Did you know that female spies are waging sex warfare to steal Silicon Valley secrets? If that isn't the stupidest, most sensational title that leads to one of the stupidest, most sensational articles I've read in a long time, like, I don't know how you could create anything more ridiculous. So, according to this article, there are just hordes of really good looking Russian and Chinese women coming over to the United States, but Canada, other Western countries, and preying on our vulnerable male tech sector workers. And they're so weak and they're so clueless that they just get sucked in by these women, and all this intellectual property is flowing back. Anyway, I got a lot to say about this. It's not going to be the most coherent today. I'm a little angry and I'm a little bit sick, but it is. So this article's all over the place. It's like going semi-viral. Like, it's being picked up in a bunch of places. And it is genuinely a horrible article. There is absolutely no substance to it. One of the things it does is it gives you the impression that the honey trap is new, right? There's a part in the article where it refers to it as a unique situation, a new unique problem. Honey traps aren't new. The word honey trap itself has been around for decades, and the concept of a honey trap, somebody using their attractiveness to get information from somebody else, is really, really old. Probably as old as recorded history, and to pretend otherwise is just disingenuous and really ignorant. The other thing it does is it gives you the impression that honey traps are all women all the time, and that is not true. There's a long history of honey traps being men. I've done videos about it. Men going after women, men going after other men. There's been transgender honey traps. I mean, to just categorize this as this like young female thing and is just so inaccurate, and it really doesn't do anything to then advance any sort of solutions in this space, right? I mean, I know myself, ever since I became really open about my intelligence background, I get at least one DM proposition a week from some middle-aged white dude standing in front of his boat being like, hey, gorgeous, I just really want to settle down and I love kids or whatever. I mean, this concept of being solicited because you might have information that's valuable is not new. It's not only perpetrated by women. And to characterize it as such is just like, what a waste of time. The other thing the article does is it makes it seem like we Westerners are just these like innocent victims, just going along our business. And we're just constantly be attacked by these authoritarian countries in ways that we just can't even imagine. And it's like, come on. What does it say about our intelligence agencies if they don't know that there are honey traps? I mean, Russia has been doing the honey trap thing really successfully for a long time. Western intelligence agencies know this. So, like, this is not new. This is not unprecedented. And then what even blew my mind even further, okay? So there's this one guy, he's like the main source for this, about how he's now like, oh, he's targeted all the time by these gorgeous Chinese women. Oh my God, what is he gonna do? And he works for some tech company in the States, right? And he says, and I'm gonna quote this, okay, because this is really important. He says, the US does not have a cultural or legal system upon which to employ similar tactics. So the other countries, they have an asymmetric advantage in this space. And you're like, dude, what are you saying? That the answer to the honey trap problem is that we ourselves in Western countries have to legalize this concept of honey trap, and we have to start sending our own hordes of young, good-looking women over to Russia and China to get their state secrets? Really? Is that where you're going with this? Okay, so I'm gonna just break that down really quickly, okay? Yeah, okay, so maybe legally it's not a thing. Like, I know when I worked in intelligence, I never saw a job poster for honey trap. It never came up. But to think that Western spies don't also use attractiveness when appropriate and when possible is bat crazy, okay? Like, come on. Spies use whatever tools they have at their disposal in any situation that they have. So like just to pretend that like what all Western female spies walk around in like gray pantsuits and like, you know, purposely look super duper unattractive because it's not culturally acceptable. And culturally acceptable, like, what does that mean? Like, do we not objectify women in the West? Do we not see that sometimes? Like, And you know what the real answer is here, buddy? The real answer is maybe to just do what intelligence agencies have been doing forever, is just educate potential targets about what it's like to be a target, how to watch for signs, what does targeting look like. This isn't classified. You can actually just get this from some books at your local library. But I mean, CIA, FBI here in Canada, CSIS, they could go and do a campaign for all these vulnerable tech guys. This is what it looks like when you're getting targeted. It's not difficult. Anyways, this is a terrible article. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts on this, because I think that this kind of crap is doing a huge disservice. It does a disservice to our intelligence agencies. It does a disservice to the whole world of what's happening in intelligence, constantly painting the West as victims, constantly making this stuff seem unprecedented. Blows my mind. And the whole treatment of women in it, and how they just, it's like only women who can do this. Anyways, hit me with your questions and comments. I'd love to hear them on this one. Otherwise, hope everyone's doing great.